If your lunges look like this, you're doing it wrong. You want to start with your hands on your hips. Step one leg forward, driving the weight in your heel. Stay nice and tall in your spine. Never at any point should your knee get past your ankle. You also want to focus on keeping 90-degree angles between your front and your back leg. So this variation is a little bit easier. You're going to start with both legs straight, hands on your hips. Go ahead and bend into that lunge and then extend. Just keep repeating this on one side and then switch to the opposite side. Next variation, you're going to move your arms up overhead as you step into that lunge. So arms come up and then step back and lower your arms. And then again, arms reach up and step back. Another way to make this a little bit more challenging, you can add weights, add dumbbells, add things like a med ball, and that'll make your lunge a little bit more challenging. Lunges are great because they help strengthen your glutes, your hamstrings, and your quads. And this way you know you're doing it right. If your burpee looks like this, you're doing it wrong. Put the weight in your heels, come into a squat position, plant your hands flat on the ground, thrust back into a plank, make sure that your lower back doesn't arch or sway, jump your feet back towards your hands, you're gonna jump up towards the ceiling, return to center. So it should look like this. Easier way to do a burpee. Lower your hands to the ground, still coming into a squat. Take one leg back, take the other leg back, step it back forward, step the other leg forward, and then you could just come onto your toes and come back down. Now if you want to make this more challenging, go ahead and lower your hands to the ground, go all the way down, jump up, and come into that jump position. All the way down, maybe even add a tuck jump at the end. So lots of ways to change it up, make your burpee easier or harder. Burpees are great because it's a total body workout. And now you know you're doing it right. If your squat looks like this, you're doing it wrong. You're gonna start with your feet slightly more than shoulder width apart. Keep the weight in your heels. Come into a deep squat, arms extend out in front of you. Make sure your thighs are nearly parallel to the ground. Also make sure that that back is in a nice straight line. Never at any point should your knee go past your ankle. Keep your knee pointing in the same direction as your toes the entire time. Easier variation of a squat. Still keep the weight in your heels, knees pointing over your toes, just don't go quite as deep. So you get into that squat, but not quite so parallel to the ground. Ways to make it more challenging. Grab a pair of dumbbells. Keep the weight in your heels, hit that deep squat, and rise all the way back up. Make sure you're going at a nice, even pace so you can keep that proper form, your right form, and your right alignment. Squats are great because they engage your glutes, your quads, and your hamstrings. And now you know you're doing it right.